All right, fantastic. So we're here at the Pwer Festival. We've got Dude Trips who've literally just come off the stage. They've been absolutely terrific. First of all, how's your day been? How was the gig? What were your first impressions?
Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah. We've been here before, so
Yeah, it's the second time you played here, right?
yeah. Second time we played the venue. So yeah, it was really good.
It's well rounded. It's well rounded. Like, can't complain. We're treated well. So, and all the bands are great. So it's sick.
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously, like, is this part of a collection of gigs for Dude Trips? Is this like a one-off, or is this part of a cycle that you're doing right now?
It's a one-off. This one. Like we got booked in this like it was like during the pandemic kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then it got pushed back.
Absolutely.
So like we did have a tour like a few weeks ago, but we just thought let's drive down, do the show, and drive home again. So it was good.
Absolutely. So obviously, I've been talking to bands all day, and they've been talking about how the pandemic has affected sort of their writing processes, their schedules, their rehearsals, coming back into rhythm and playing again, and that's been that new feeling, almost like restarting the band almost. Have you had a similar sort of experience where you feel like you've almost like a forced hiatus? Is it difficult to sort of get together?
I really struggled with the writing period during the pandemic.
Oh really?
I work better because when I come out together as a group and everyone chucks in their ideas. It's kind of hard because Sean lives in Glasgow as well, and the rest of us are in Fraserburgh, so it's like 150 miles.
Oh shit.
So
nice.
during the pandemic you couldn't travel,
Of course.
and he's a producer. So.
You need to be around. It's like kind of important that you're there. No way. So like you talked about the writing being sort of like a collaborative process. So how does the music come about? Because there's a lot of songs where it was like a solo effort. There's a lot of more collaborative sort of big band punky sort of effort. So how does that differentiate that?
I guess it's just like me and Sean separate like writing, like lyric wise. I think like I go towards the more like heavier kind of I don't know. Energetic kind of side.
Sean's out like heartbreak.
He's had his heart broken way too many times, so it just works that way. Yeah, there's no like formula to it. It just happens. So.
Yeah, fair enough. So we talk about some of the on the other side of things. Talk about the punky stuff, the energetic stuff. I mean, the soft side, the sort of melancholic songs. There was a couple of songs today which was just you performing. How do those sort of songs come about? Is it because those open sort of monologues are beautiful? Do they come first? Is it lyrics and then you fit the music around?
Usually, when I'm writing songs like that, I'm just in my bedroom with my acoustic, and I'll just be hammering away at lyrics. But as I said, I try and write. Well, I do write about true events that happen, so it always helps. If you're not like basing it on a story.
Is it difficult to sort of? What I imagine is if I'm talking about myself personally in front of a group of people, do you have to kind of dissociate? Where it's almost like you're kind of trying to like describe a story to a person that's happening that isn't you, almost.
Yeah, it's kind of. But like at the same time, I feel like some of the topics we write about, it's very personal to ourselves, so it's kind of hard to differentiate away from that.
Some songs you struggled to play live before as well, was there? Just when you just newly started wrote them?
Yeah, like some of them are quite close to heart.
Yeah, of course.
It always helps you when people sing along.
Yeah,
absolutely. There's a few people in the crowd today that seemed like they were massive Dude Trips fans. There's a young lady just at the front, and she was like, every word, every line, every lyric. That's got to be a fantastic, especially after the gap. To come back and have that, do you know what I mean? In a different country, literally a different country, do you know what I mean? To hear that's got to be quite fantastic, sort of reminding yourself.
It makes all these like long journeys worth it.
Yeah.
It makes it totally worth it coming down. It's not about feeling like that.
No, of course. So you talked about like you've sort of been writing, you've sort of been working together, you have to get together obviously with the producer, sort of also playing drums, somewhere mixing everything simultaneously. How has the writing process been, sort of over the last few months and moving forward and things like that?
Start writing again.
Yeah, well, I've been in the studio a few times.
Yeah. So we just go in as a collective effort into the studio like when we get the chance. Because everything, like, as you said, after the pandemic, everything's just been full on. Schedules, back to gigging.
Yeah, I've been touring quite a lot.
Another tour. We're thinking about an album. So.
Oh really? This year, next year, what we're saying?
I'd say next year. So we're not too ambitious.
Absolutely.
We're definitely going to release a single or two this year.
Yeah.
So there's material in the works that's...
Yes. We're working on like a couple of songs.
So obviously you're here in Cardiff now, so what's the rest of 2022 look like in terms of a gig cycle, in terms of things like that? You talked about the rest of the year.
Yeah, we've got a run coming up in July, we just announced last week, with a band called Lapierre. They're from down south. And a band in Newcastle called Lull. They're relatively new, kind of like hardcore, so like it's a blend of like all genres, like emo wise. it's like a rotating headline tour. They're coming up like to Glasgow, West Show. We've got Newcastle and down south to London. So
wow, you were literally all over the country.
We've got Bristol Blues Cruise,
Bristol Blues Cruise Festival as well. And, so we're busy for shows. So.
How does playing on a festival set list or a festival show, a festival run, compare to one or two bands? Is it a different approach? Is it a different day? Like practicality, musically, anything else?
I feel like we're used to like sound checking and like having lots of time to.
There's that dead period, isn't there? You get in at 3 and then you wait till 8.
So with the load in like half an hour before, and it's just like everyone's got to do it. So.
Of course.
A line check this. Me out.
Like, I feel like there's less time to stress as well. So it's good, like just going straight on.
Absolutely, it almost like takes away the overthinking element, doesn't it? Because you spend 3 or 4 hours, then you can have arguments about, oh, maybe we should drop that from the set, and maybe we should play this, and oh, I didn't like that drum fill, do you want to rework it? And then all of a sudden you get on the show and you're thinking about all these things, and then the music almost suffers. Whereas now it's just like fucking go on and play, get back out there, and that's kind of energetic. That's fantastic. Well, Noizze and Pwer Festival, do trips, you guys have been fantastic. Thank you so much for your time, I really appreciate it.
Thanks to you guys,
honestly. Wicked.
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure when we've got bands like yourself who are good and like you're nice and we can have conversations. No one's told me to fuck off yet, it's a good start. So, do you know what I mean? Like it's all well and good. Honestly, absolute pleasure, man. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Have a great rest of the evening, man. Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it. Thanks.